All right, so we got some really awesome news for us PUBG console players out there. Not only are we getting update number 6.2 next week, and the PTS is going live tonight, but we're also getting the full functionality cross-party play, which is a really big deal. This is awesome news for console. PUBG did tweet out pretty recently in the last couple weeks that they were working on this, but I just wasn't expecting to see this early on into Season 6. I thought this was something we'd maybe see in the spring. So kudos to PUBG for getting this done early into 2020. And we're going to be talking about that and also when this is going live on the PTS and on the live server, of course, as well as a quick overview of the update. If you're interested in a more comprehensive video on the update, I made a 20-minute long video about 6.2 when this went live on PC, going over all of the nuanced details, which I'll link down in the description box below and also in a card on the right-hand side of the screen right now. And then two things I just want to highlight here. First one serves as a reminder. If you guys have Amazon Prime / Twitch Prime, make sure that you claim these outfits before they go away. The first one is ending on February 27th. And actually, when I went in and claimed this today, I was able to get both, even though the second one isn't supposed to launch until the 27th. So maybe you guys will get lucky and have the same thing happen to you. If not, you're going to have to go back in and claim the second set of skins after the fact. But make sure you do this. Only have 1 week left. And then second here, PUBG is selling these really adorable pans with a koala bear hugging a kangaroo to help support the Australia fire relief. So these are going to cost $3 USD or 300 G coin equivalent. And all of the proceeds, 100% of the profit raised, are going to go to the Australia Fire Relief Fund. And I just thought this was such an awesome thing PUBG is doing. I had to include it in today's video. When I saw them tweet this out, I was really excited about it. It's just such a great cause and so easy to get behind this. This is definitely going to be the easiest $3 that I've spent in 2020 or maybe ever. What I also thought was pretty cool is that instead of PUBG using their own in-house graphic designer, is that they actually went into the community and hired an artist to create this pan. So PUBG not only supporting a great cause here, but also supporting their community content creators and community artists. Just a great thing that PUBG does, and to me really makes their company stand above a lot of the other companies involved in this space. And what else is there really to say about this? It's just awesome. So getting back to the update here, the PTS, like I said, is going live tonight on February 19th, 2020, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're on the East Coast like me, this is going to be at 9 p.m. So by the time this video is out, the PTS is probably live. So make sure you guys are checking it out. And this time around, the PTS is actually launching with squads. So last time, they only launched with solos and people were teaming and there was a bunch of issues. So this is going to be squads, TPP only. Sorry for all the FPP players out there, and the map is going to be set to random, and also TDM will be available, so this is going to be a good test of TDM. And for all the Kraken lovers out there, they're going to be removing Kraken, so we'll see this on the PTS, and it's just going to be one random map, 1 out of 4. Obviously, Vikendi is still going to be removed, so I'm not sure what's going to happen when Vikendi comes back, but make sure you play Kraken now because you won't be able to select it, and we're going to be losing complete functionality of map selection there. And then when is this heading to the live server? Well, we're going to be getting this on February 27th. It's a little confusing here because the live maintenance schedule starts on the 26th, but it's going to take about 6 hours. So by the time this goes live, it's going to be the 27th. And depending on where you live, it's either going to be early morning or late afternoon. And man, very excited to try this. But honestly, because the season pass is out, probably going to hit TDM, do some testing, and then go back to the live server personally. And then the moment kind of waiting for here is cross-party play. So if you guys remember last year, PUBG introduced cross-platform play between Xbox One and PlayStation 4, which was really a groundbreaking event, I guess you could say, in the console community. Only a handful of games have this functionality. And even though some people were disappointed and complaining that there was no cross-party, you couldn't talk to your friends, this was such a big deal. And you knew PUBG eventually was going to work on it. And they did, and they finally got it done. So this is awesome. Again, another kudos to PUBG. So now what you can do is there's going to be a new friends list system in the game. So you can add your friend on PlayStation or on Xbox, vice versa. Then you can look at the friends list in game, invite them into your lobby, and then to communicate with them, you're going to have to be in the game chat, and then you're going to have the same functionality as you previously would, where you can mute them if you need to, so on and so forth. And big news about this is now both players will be able to join custom matches from either platform. So this is awesome for custom games. We're going to have better healthy player base for custom games, and can't wait to play with some people on PlayStation 4. This is really, really exciting. That's big news. And then we have the obvious update here, but everyone's already talked about this. And if you're a big fan of PUBG, you probably already watched people play TDM. There are 7 different locations. Typical TDM gameplay, 8 versus 8. And yeah, I feel like it's pretty basic. Nothing you need to really explain there. And then again, if you want the full overview, check out my other video that I made, full-length video about the update. It's like 15-20 minutes long, but it really goes into detail about all these changes. But what you guys need to know is the frag is getting a major nerf. It's going to do less damage, and if you go prone, it's going to block 20% of the damage, so it's definitely the best way to handle a grenade coming at you now. And the frag grenades are also going to cost more in your inventory, so you're going to be able to hold less stuff when you have the frags, or hold less frag grenades. These smoke grenades and stuns and Molotovs are all getting a slight buff. The Molotov getting the biggest buff. This seems like this is going to be probably the popular throwable now, because the fire is spreading faster, it's doing more damage, and it's going to spread a greater distance. So watch out for those Molotovs now. And then finally here, the waypoint feature making its way, pun intended, to console. This has been left out of the previous couple updates. I wasn't sure why, and I was really excited to see this on PC. So many times when you want to mark more than one thing. So we're finally getting this. You're going to be able to go into your menu system and use left bumper or L1 on PlayStation to hold that down and then place the additional markers. And then if you place a regular marker, the other waypoints will go away. So the screenshot basically shows you everything you need to know. You can tell your team, let's land at arena, go to the road, go to the corner, and then hit this next compound here outside of Akata, which I think is going to be great. And then another really cool feature here is that they're going to add in a follow feature for the parachutes. So when you're loading into the game or you're on the plane, you're actually going to be able to go and follow one of the people on your friends list if you want to. You don't have to. But in the team management section, the bottom left-hand side of the screen, you'll be able to follow one of those people by holding left on the D-pad. And then when they jump, you'll jump and you will follow them down. I think this is really going to help new players, will help some people keep their team together so everybody lands together, which is such a major part of PUBG. A lot of times, just landing together and surviving the initial drop can be the hardest part, other than winning the game at the end. But really, staying together in the beginning is important. Then usually the middle slows down, and then the end is very difficult again. So that's helpful. And also be aware that the blue zone is changing. It's going to be easier to see in and out. There's less distortion now, or no distortion. And there's going to be a slight buzzing noise when you're around it, so you can hear it and not just have to look at it to tell where or how close it is to you. And then lastly here, this is pretty cool. PUBG put out a graphic here including some information and statistics on cross-platform play. So 98.3% of matches were played with cross-platform enabled, 1.7% had that off. And fight to the top, it says that 81% of players from both platforms were in the top 10, 19% from a single platform in the top 10. Then the win rate per platform, to build some console rivalry, the Xbox won out 53% of the time, and PlayStation 4 players won 47% of the time. And then the favorite weapon across all platforms here was the M4, 16.5% of the kills, followed by the AKM, and then the barrel and the ump at around 5%, and the K9 as well. It's surprising that the ump is so high there. And then PlayStation 4 players beating out Xbox players with a 3% higher hot drop rate, so they play a little bit more aggressive. Actually, it's around almost 4%. So that was pretty cool. PlayStation players hot drop 4% more than Xbox players, and Xbox players won, I guess you could say, 6% more of the time, 53 versus 47%. So as always, let me know what you guys think about this news in the comments down below. I read them all, and if you enjoyed today's video, drop a like and subscribe. If not, you can dislike the video. Let me know why. And as always, thank you all for watching. I'm Blitz5, and peace out. Here, Ginger, I got it on the first hand. I'm gonna drop it for you. Can you request health? Let me throw it to you.
I'm good.
Okay. No, take it. Just take it. Yeah.
Okay.
The last one's gonna be in one of these buildings hiding his ass off.
I'm gonna try to get him with the.
Can a building be hit twice?
Oh, get out.
You can't do it.
Get out.
Oh, what?
No.
What?
He died to play.
What? No way.
Yeah, he died to the play.
That's awesome, man.